Hello everybody and welcome to Watching Time. Today we're going to discuss about a watch that has been in my collection at least for the last almost 3 years that it came out. And it's an Italian watch, it's an Italian brand, so definitely it has something interesting in terms of not being the usual Swiss watch. But the most interesting thing is that it's a watch that's probably not for anyone, not so expensive, positioned in the luxury brand kind of situation, but at the same time, it's not yet well known, at least not at like his almost brother, which is Panerai. So we are talking about here another Tuscan originated watch inspired by the sea, inspired but deep diving, which is U-boat. U-boat as Panerai became, let's say, a little bit famous after some Hollywood actors were in Florence, in Tuscany, and they got to actually see both Panerai and U-boat. So, for example, one of the actors that it's very fond of U-boat was Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why? Probably because of the design. As you can see, it's very, very peculiar. It's very unique. It's distinguishable, which is something that a brand should aim to actually produce something that wherever you see it, you will see something that it's remembering you or it's unique from what they are doing. And I think U-boat managed to do it perfectly in that area, because there are not many watches, or actually almost none, that actually replicate the type of case closure of the crown, always left-handed, so that it's easy to, actually dive, because these watches are made to actually dive. They don't have a big diving resistance, water resistance, but you still can dive pretty well with them. It is visible because you have a very big, in this case it's a 46 diameter case, and as you can see, because of the very small lugs, it is almost all the watch, it's the case, it's the dial also. The bezel, even if present and useful to measure your diving time, it's very small, so most of the watch is going to be the dial. And as you can see, it's a big dial, big fonts. You have a 12, a 4, and an 8. In this case, you also have a time, that tells you if it's day or night. So eventually, if you are diving and you don't know what's it, you have an inner magnifying glass, very small. It's inside of the sapphire glass that protects the dial, but it does its work to highlight you where the date is. It's not really magnifying. So it's more kind of a, it's there point. But I think it works pretty well. It gives that sensation of a very small magnifying glass that kind of feels like a bubble inside an ocean. So in this case, this is the Sommerso model, the Classico. And as I was saying, it's designed to dive. Obviously, it's inspired by World War II kind of diving experience. But the thing about U-boat is that it's very bold. You will have it right there in your face. You have the brand written at the right side. You have the left side that contains obviously the crown that is protected in this case. Very nice U-boat marking on it. You have a small plaque on it that says the number of production, which is unique to every watch, so you can feel yourself lucky. Then you have the crown protector here. That is really nice. The crown is very small inside. It has another gasket, so it's actually pretty secure that your watch is going to be protected from water, at least coming from the crown. Movements from the side of U-boat, they are not really fun on the movement side. So if you're looking for a watch that has an in-house movement or something that is particularly theirs, it's definitely not U-Boat. So U-Boat uses third company produced mechanism. At the moment, they are using both ETA and Celita. So it's difficult to say which one of them are in each of their watches, but they try to elaborate them, and obviously they are going to offer you the premium quality movement. What are the prices of U-Boats? Because in this case you have the variant with the steel bracelet. Very, very nice. This steel bracelet, it came out in late 2019 actually, and it's the first time that they produce a steel bracelet for a Sommerso. Usually they made them with leather, which is really nice, usually signed by Italo Fontano, which is the designer of the house, and rubber straps. In this case, this is the stainless steel, and as you see, the shape, the way it's produced, it's very, very unique for the watch. I think it suits very well with the big brown. The closure clasp is very nicely well done, and it has the nice U-Boat signature on it. So what are the prices of U-Boat? Not that expensive. Actually, I think you really get a lot back for your money, taking into consideration that there are a lot of Swiss brands at the moment that are positioning themselves with Celita and ETA movements around the 2,000, 3,000 euros, and that are going to offer you less in terms of quality for your money. I think U-Boat for this one you can find for 1,800,000, so 1,800, or around 2,000 euros, depending on the version that you're going to look for or the discount that you're going to get from the dealer. And I think that's a pretty good deal. You are under 2,000 euros, are actually well around $2,000 for a watch that has excellent craftsmanship. I really, really like it. But the only but that I can put and on why probably this brand is not as well known or recognized everywhere around the world, it's, I think, actually what makes it unique, the design. It's not a watch for everyone. At 46 millimeters, it's a big chunky watch. If you have a small wrist, you will most probably won't be able to wear it. And now they're producing a smaller cases watch with the same shape, so that's really nice. So they are approaching kind of a market in which people with a smaller wrist or even women can wear some of their watches. They have a very interesting watch made with a quartz movement that it's the Capsoil. It has oil inside the case, so the effect is really, really interesting because you have a very deep black dial. So I think it's also a house that is trying to innovate on what they're going to offer, but they are obviously mainly focused on the design. And I think on that area, they have managed it pretty well. So what do you think, guys? Do you like it? What do you think of U-Boat? I'm going to go and show you a wrist shot here. Obviously, my wrist is not small. It's not either big, it's around 18 centimeters. So it's what I consider a normal on the big side wrist. But as you can see, it sits obviously high, it's big. You will not feel it that much because having the left-handed crown, it doesn't bother you when you do the movements on your wrist. So that's good. But as you can see, it's a watch that is not going to be for everyone, and obviously not for every occasion. Are you going to go diving with these watches? I don't really know. They are made for that. You can try it. I would probably choose another watch, particularly because this one has the lume that it's blue color. It lumes pretty well, so that when it's fully charged, you will see this very nice blue hue lume in the dark, but it lasts very little. So I wouldn't recommend go diving more than 20 minutes with this watch because most probably you will not be seeing the watch underneath. And this is one of the drawbacks when you are using a lume that is not that it's a color lume in your watch. So that's pretty much for it, guys. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please subscribe, ring the bells if you want to be updated with the new videos. I am doing videos in both languages, English and Italian, so just choose the right video for you if you speak either of the languages. They are different, they are not the same, it's not a translation. So there's a bit of new things for everyone if you want to see both of them. Anyway, guys, talk to you soon and see you in the next video. Bye bye.